Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. How we all doing? Looking at Chidimma's situation in South Africa and her citizenship being cancelled right now, I saw a video of an immigration lawyer who explained in details her situation right now. I want us to look at that video, then we'll come back to talk about it. Please do well to watch to the end. Subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to turn your post notification on so you'll be the first to know whenever I put out a new video. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Let's watch that video right now.
For the purposes of this conversation, fraud was committed on the part of maybe parents or grandparents, but she was born here, found herself here. What would the law, and forgetting a bit about the drama, of how this whole thing, came about, the beauty contest, and then what follows, and how she feels unloved, and all of that. What would be her status in a situation like this, where she says, "But I know nothing, and I wasn't part of this. All I know is that I'm a South African, finish and clear."
Yes. Well, unfortunately, if the basis of her acquiring citizenship was her mom's status, which we understand to be the case, because the Citizenship Act, especially the act applicable at the time of her birth, said if you were born to a South African permanent resident or a South African citizen and you were born in South Africa, then you're born a South African citizen. So if the mom's status is in question and is going to be withdrawn, then anyone who acquired a status based on the mother, whether it's Chidimma or whether it's her father, will lose their status, which will mean Chidimma is not a South African citizen. Now, I'm assuming that she also has Nigerian citizenship by the fact that she's representing Nigeria. And I also assume that she would have a claim to Mozambican citizenship because of her relationship to her mother. So it doesn't necessarily mean she'll be stateless, but she won't have South African status any longer. However, there is a provision in the Citizenship Act that allows for her to have citizenship status regardless of the status of the parents or regardless of what the parents may have done. And in order to qualify for that, all she needs to prove is that she was born here, that her birth was registered in terms of the Births and Deaths Registration Act, and that she lived here until the age of 18. And I think she ticks all of those boxes. So if she wanted, she could apply for South African citizenship on that basis, but it would be a formal application that would have to be submitted to Home Affairs, considered by Home Affairs, and approved by Home Affairs.
I love the way the interviewer started the question. He said, put the drama aside. So I will start with that. Let's put the drama aside and let's put the emotion aside. Let's put the hatred aside. Let's put away whatever we are feeling and then concentrate on what the law is saying right now. So if Chidimma so wants the South African citizenship, can she be able to get it back now that it's been cancelled? According to the lawyer, yes, she can, because she ticked all the boxes. If she can only prove that she was born in South Africa, that she have lived in South Africa for 18 years, then she can apply on that base. According to the story I've seen online, which I am not sure of, so it's alleged that the hospital that she claimed she was born in, that there's no record of her being born in that hospital. Okay, so there is no record of birth from that hospital of Chidimma Adetshina. So that is alleged. I'm not sure of that. But if only Chidimma if she's really interested in getting South African citizenship, or if she's really interested in being South African, all she has to do is to prove that she was born in that hospital and also prove that she have lived in South Africa for 18 years and she can be able to get her citizenship back. So, when you read people's comments and they say she's not South Africa, she cannot come back in South Africa, blah, 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 and all that. Now we have seen what the law says. We have seen what South African law says, that if she's still interested, that is only if she's interested, because as it stands now, I don't think she's interested, because she actually have a new life right now that she's pursuing her Miss Universe career and all that. So if only she's interested to come back to South Africa, if only she's interested to come back to the life she had in South Africa, then she can be able to reapply. I saw a lot of comments of people talking about being a law student. She cannot come back to her school and all that. Like the level where she is right now, or where she is in her life right now, she can go to any school she wants to go in the world, and trust me, she will start all over again and she will graduate. like I said when I started, let's put the hate aside and look at it the way the law is saying it. Chidimma Adetshina might not want to even come back to South Africa as it stands now. But if she wants to come back to South Africa and reclaim her citizenship back, according to the law, if she can only prove the things she needs to prove, then she can be able to do that. And nobody will stop her. No hate comments will stop her. No dragging online will stop her. This is the law. And that is what she will do if she wants to do it.
Fact, I was copied in an email from someone who submitted a foreigner, European client, lawfully submitted an application for permanent residence, waiting for 5 years for the outcome to that application, bearing in mind that Home Affairs has a legal duty to process that in 8 months, but waiting for 5 years, got a call from a Home Affairs official telling her that I have your application in front of me, pay me 30,000 Rand. You can give me half now, and then I'll get the balance once you receive the permanent residence permit. People are tempted. Why? Because they spend all these years waiting. They lose out on opportunities. Their lives are sometimes, it comes to a standstill, and they're desperate for outcomes. And sometimes they pay this money simply not because they want to engage in any fraudulent activities, but because they want to live a normal life, which unfortunately, as a foreigner in a foreign country, they can't do without the proper papers. So some of these people will pay that money and then suffer the repercussions years later. I mean, this is not an isolated case with Chidimma. We have many cases of this nature where people entered. Some of these cases, people knew that they were paying for their status and, they knew that they were engaging in fraudulent activities. In other cases, they honestly believed they qualified. They went into Home Affairs. They met with an official. They went there for one specific thing. This official said, you qualify for citizenship. This is all you need to do. And in some of these cases, they weren't paying a lot of money, 7,000 Rand, 5,000 Rand, which is reasonable if you're thinking you're paying for a service, bearing in mind that Home Affairs is not allowed to charge for these services. But the point is, if you're a foreigner and you don't know much and you want this help, they think that they're doing what is the right thing, providing all the necessary documents, only to find out that they're not. So the foreigner shouldn't be the only one that is penalized. And again, Home Affairs, unfortunately, is known for putting people to terms, giving them very little time to respond or to address some things when they take years to do what is legally required of them to do.
Yeah.
According to her, she was copied on an email recently saying, pay me 70K for your citizenship to be approved. It's in front of me right now. You can pay half now and pay when it's ready. So those things are still going on. Even with the way the minister is working, even the way the identity theft thing they are, talking about it. And I was expecting everyone that is working in the Home Affairs to be scared to not do these corrupt activities again. But it's still going on. So whose fault is it at this point? Corrupt practices are still going on, illegal activities are still going on, people are still selling permanent residents and collecting money from people. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do well to subscribe if you're new here. Don't forget to turn your post notification on so you'll be the first to know whenever I put out a new video. Thank you so much for your constant support on my channel. I love you guys and I will see you in my next one. Bye.